YouTube, what the crap's going on? HeirofCarthage here, back with the Carthage campaign. Let's get things started. Back where we left off, I guess, at least. It looks like my troops in Macomades are... are my guys? Yeah, they're garrisoned. I've got all my guys garrisoned. The province of Africa as a whole has been pretty upset because it keeps changing hands. So that's been frustrating. But fortunately for me, this province over here with the Ol and Demeti is coming under control. The only thing I'm worried about is it's still desert nomadic culture because of that idiot agent that was running around here causing that. And I don't see that particular agent. Well, yeah, here he is, headed down here. So he's headed down to Migdol, which is actually part of this province. There's also an enemy warlord down there. So I'm going to send my spy down that way to see if I can intercept and kill that sage, because he's what's actually kind of wrecking this province for me. Let's see. And I have my own dignitary, actually, that's here now, who should be able to drop off in this province and help influence the Punic culture here as well. So let's take a look. I'm trying to remember Mauritania. Details, public order, culture. So desert nomadics down the way, buildings, culture, Punic. Let's see what happens here in the next turn, see if we can get Punic culture spreading a little faster. So hopefully this will be helpful. We need to finish off these Garamantian armies and invade their lands. The problem is this province is very upset, and I'm going to have to bring them under control slightly. And I think I'm running a bread and games edict. I am. That's good. Let's see, the Romans still have us besieged up here, but no worry at the moment because they can't actually defeat me with that force, which is why they're just navally blockading me. So I'm not particularly concerned about it at the moment. Alrighty, alright. Man, I can't wait to get this North Africa stuff over with. I am sick of it. And it looks like the Garamantians are making a run for Thapsus. Someone's cultural image sabotage, subversion. So we've got a lot of enemy agents around Lepsis. And, which that's what's causing the unhappiness in this province. And they're straight up going to cause a revolt with their guys here, and there's very little I can do about it. So I'm about to have a revolt on my hands on top of all this, which is incredible. I can't sit on this army in this province anymore. I probably shouldn't have sat this long. I'm going to have to go kill the Garamantians. There's no other choice. And so let's get headed towards them. So if we can take the Garamantians out, it should start starving them. They're about to cause an uproar in these provinces, just as it is. They're lacking an army here as well. So let's just make a run for it. I'm going to run towards both of their settlements. And then if I put these guys on a forced march, I can sail all the way to Thapsus and cut these guys off here. Ugh, I meant for him to sail. Crap, dang it. That means those guys are going to get to Thapsus, but whatever. I can probably fight them off and then beat them on the next turn. Actually, I probably can't fight them off, but I can still beat them on the next turn. They might cause a little bit of revolt, but at least we can get the Garamantians out of the fight here in the next couple of turns. So let's test our luck and see what happens. I'm sick of these guys. Can't wait to kill them. They've been causing me way too much trouble, way too much money, and way too much time.
A river of goods and coin between our land.
I would be happy to have a trade agreement. It's nice to have someone who doesn't hate my guts. There goes that enemy sage running away from me again, so I'm going to have to turn around in this turn and see if I can get him with my spy. Garamantia is probably going to start taking some actions here. Let's see what they do. They didn't attack Thapsus. That's actually kind of surprising. And I'm really hoping that Carthago Nova can get the Gaiatuli under control. There's a rebellion in Thapsus, though. It's good thing my army's up there. Do you see that? Right when my spy was in a position to take out their sage, he dies of natural causes. Unbelievable. How terribly convenient. So now that enemy sage can continue to spread his influence, and there's nothing I can do about it. Punic culture's still on the rise, so we should be alright for a moment. The Garamantians... Where's the uprising? It said there was an uprising in Thapsus, but I don't see a rebel army. Macomades is under siege, but our garrison can easily take these guys out, so let's take care of that. Okay. Let's take these guys off of the forced march stance so that I can attack the city. They have kind of a beat-up army here. And they're also going to have some garrison. Garama will be a fairly strong settlement, to be honest. So we're going to... Let's see what they got. All of their troops are really beat up. But if I just have to break in through the gate, it's not going to go all that well. So I'm going to take one turn. I know I'll take some losses, but I'm going to build some ladders, and it should allow me to easily win this. So let's continue that siege. And then I'm going to take this army off of the force march as well, so that I can attack Cydamus. I can't quite make it there on this turn.
At your command.
And I'm going to just come over here and... Actually, I could get ambushed for marching in like that. Let's go into none. Let's march into Thapsus. In fact, let's take these guys. I don't know why I wouldn't. So let's take these guys out. And with this army dead, with their capital besieged, I don't see a whole lot of chance for these guys to survive, especially since their other settlement's about to get hit. And with the Garamantians dead, I can finally start to repurpose some of my armies for maybe possibly taking Syracuse and beating the Romans back off of Carolus, if I can get that blockade open, and then I can focus some effort on Eulalia. Or Corsica, whatever it is. I can't say the name of that city. It drives me nuts. Yeah, whatever. Let's start our deployment here. We should be good. Supposedly they hot-fixed the hill problem, like the problem with the reverse hill advantage. So that's actually not good for me because I'm going straight up the hill here. And I don't really have the best troops, but I do have cavalry and an elephant gen. The elephant gen's pretty expensive to upkeep, but he can be pretty powerful against weak units. Okay, let's start the battle. I'm going to start moving up, and then I'll go ahead and run ahead with my Carthaginian cav and do some scouting. And I am going to fast forward to save you all the wasted marching time here. What is their army doing clear back here? Oh my gosh, they're going to go hill camp the corner. Good grief. Now I have to march all the way to the back of the map. And if I run, my guys will be exhausted. Good heavens, this is going to take like 10 minutes of the battle right here in and of itself. This hill camping AI is annoying. Like, I know it's their best chance of winning, but I don't really see how it helps people to play your game to program the enemy to run to the back corner of the map and wait. When you do have a time limit and it takes a long time to march across the map, the least you could do is give us like a mega fast forward button so that even while fast forwarding it doesn't take me 5 minutes to walk across the map. That would be fantastic. Good gravy. Well, I'm just gonna stop recording for a second. I'll come back on when I get there. Alright, I'm back. You can see literally 10 minutes off the timer to get over here. Of course, I had it in fast forward, but still, that requires me to fast forward for quite a long time to get all this done. I'm gonna try and go for an attack on these archers. They're firing at my men with flaming missiles. I'm going to try and drive them behind their infantry lines. At least get these guys out of formation. I didn't halt my pikes. Sorry, my micro's so sloppy here, folks. Try and hit these archers from behind. Okay, we just hit all those guys. Let's hit these large shield warriors with the hammer and anvil strike, take out the rest of these archers. Okay, we've taken out these infantry back here.
The battle is turning in our favor.
Yep. Alright, good. It's going to be a safe victory. I kind of botched my engagement a little bit, but not enough to actually throw the whole battle. Alright, I'm going to bring my Carthaginian cab into the back of these large shield warriors here. Pretty brutal charge, actually. That downhill bonus is really starting to kick in. Good. It didn't really exist before that, so here's the Garamantians surrounded and destitute, which is about the only way that I like to see them anymore. Yeah, pretty sloppy engagement, but you can see how dominant the pikes were there once they got into good formation. So that's going to be the end of one of their last armies. They're not going to escape with many men there, I don't think. And supposedly in patch 4 they've updated it to where the AI doesn't recruit quite so many skirmishers compared to how much infantry they have, but I'm not really sure exactly what that means yet. But yeah, you can see most of their army died there. They'll escape with a few men, but they're not really going to be able to accomplish much. I'm going to garrison my guys here, try and drive up a higher happiness in the province in general. Gotta wait there, so I think I've got to turn end at this point. So I do have money that I haven't spent yet, which we could put to good use, to be honest. The Romans are sailing around all over here, but they're not really making any concerted effort to come and take Carolus from it. Oh, I got a patchy factory here is what you all rename the slums. Didn't realize I had a slum there. So let's see. Is this province? No, this province is Latin, and Latin's on the rise. So let's see if I can upgrade one of these temples to combat the Latin, the spread of Latin culture there. And I have a ton of food, so to be honest, I want to convert this fishing port to a trade port. So maybe that'll help. And let's see if we can convert that to a trading port as well, because again, don't need the food. I could use the income at this point more. Alright, let's go ahead and end this turn now that we've used some of that money towards some infrastructure. My economic outlook's a little better. It's just my biggest problem is the tactical outlook right now. Fortunately, the Romans aren't being overly aggressive. I mean, of course, if they did attack one of my walled cities, it would take quite a few Romans to be able to beat me, because I've got the Libyan infantry and everything there, and it would be a pretty strong force. Alright, we're ready to take Garama, so this is going to be an exciting day. Cannot wait to finish off these scum. So let's assault the city. Alright, so they're going to have some decent walls, but I'll just use my ladders. Put my Libyan swords on the ladders, and I should be able to just go straight over the walls and hammer these guys, because my Libyan swords have some good chevrons. And of course, as soon as I get done getting rid of the Garamantians, I'm going to use some of my money to recruit some champions. That way I can help get rid of some enemy agents, plus at the same time be... Why did you put my hoplites on the ladders, for crap's sake? Alright. I'm going to put Libyan infantry on the ladders. Now I can take these guys. Let's put two, so one here, one here, one here, and one here. Alright, And I'll put my Carthaginian hoplites out here as just general reinforcements, and I have one sword unit that I'll send in behind these guys. And then get my general. Alright, let's get things started. See if the Garamantians can actually defend their pathetic little settlement here. I don't see any of them, so they're not garrisoning the walls, which is going to be a bad move for them. Yeah, they're not on the walls to garrison, or else I think I would have line of sight. So, since they're not challenging me for the wall, I'm going to be able to open the gate and let even more of my guys in. Well, I say that. If all of their guys are clumped up right down here, I won't be able to easily open the gate, and that probably is where their guys are clumped up, or here in the city center, or some of these other capture points. There's 3 capture points. Not really sure what the AI is defending at this point. Check this out. Doing the ladder shuffle here. Okay, you can make it. Let's get away from the building. Have no idea what you're doing there. There we go. See if we can get these ladders pushed on. Okay, I have guys on the wall. And there are some Garamantian defenders over here, facing away from me for whatever reason. So I intend to go attack them. I don't see any Garamantians over here. I do see them running over this way. And this is going to be interesting. Let's get over here and see if we can start to capture the gatehouse. There we go. Alright, these archers are going to get hosed by my Libyan infantry. So you can see the fight here on the wall. These guys obviously with no chance whatsoever. But I'm more than happy to take them out of the picture without them being able to fire missiles at me. So I'll just keep pushing with my swords there. There is one Garamantian troop here defending the gatehouse. And as soon as I get done taking that away from them, the towers will no longer fire. Holy cow. Have I really lost that many Libyans to their archer fire? Good grief. Those are some effective towers. Are you kidding me? Wow. That's incredible. I'm going to wait for this unit to get up here on the walls too and attack these guys from several angles. Over here just taking out all these archers for now. I don't want to take my guys down off the walls until I have a pretty superior force. I mean, I think it's already superior. I just don't want them to get outnumbered. And there might be missile units. Yeah, there is right here. They can start firing. I don't want that. Alright, these Numidian javelin men up here are shattered now. Oh man, that gatehouse is now shooting at my swordsmen. I don't even know if it's worth it. It's not worth it. Just leave those archers alone. Because that tower apparently is going to shred me. I'm just going to run my guys back the other way. They've got some tribal slingers around too. These guys are getting up the walls here. And it looks like I can come down right there. That's probably what I'll do. Get down right there. Yeah, I think we've got an easy way to win this at this point. I'm going to bring these Libyan swords out here, so I'm almost ready to bring my swords down off the walls and begin assaulting them. So this ought to go pretty well. These guys are all going to be highly inferior to my troops. And now that that archer tower can't fire, I can probably bring up my... I can bring up the rest of my troops here. And get ready just in case I get to open the gates. Okay, I'm going to attack these guys. I'm going to send my guys down off the walls here. And I'm going to send my guys down off the walls here. You can come down now, goons. Actually, it looks like they're coming up, so that's why my guys are still up there. Well, happy to oblige their early death. Okay, these Libyan infantry are down and out, so I'm going to go hit these levy spearmen. Bring these guys down now. My general's here to where he can use his abilities. Okay. Got some archer or javelin men trying to come up behind me, so we'll slay these guys real quick. That's certainly not going to be a challenge. Already done with that slaying. Alright, my Libyans are starting to come down off the walls. I got double teamed here by some Levy spearmen from both in front and behind. The morale of my men is down a little bit because they're surrounded. But I don't understand how these guys are still alive. Why are my guys doing this funky formation? That's the only reason why they are still alive. Okay, let's see if we can use my general to be of any value here. We'll inspire this guy. Use a war cry. Okay, we're about to finish slaying these two units. I'm honestly not sure how these guys aren't routing with that few units and as low a morale unit as they are. Okay, these units are getting slain over here too. I'm gonna hit use the whip. Try and get a little extra melee attack and stuff out of these guys. The melee defense there too. Come on, really? Can these Levy spearmen really be lasting this long against my men? I think not. Come on, slay these losers. Good. Yeah, that's what I thought. Alright, I'm gonna bring my men over there. Got a hold of those missiles that were pestering me. So I'm gonna bring these guys up from behind here too and finish off all these forces at the gate that are now routing. These Libyan infantry right here are actually getting walloped on. Where the heck are you going, dummies? Good crap. It's frustrating. Men aren't moving where I want, and all the while these guys are sitting here getting pounded on by the large shield warriors because they're surrounded. Take out these javelin men here. Use the whip. Faster. See if we can track these guys. Try and get a Libyan infantry charge on these large shield warriors from behind, so my guys are now going to hurl their javelins. That worked. Got a number of kills on those large shield warriors. Just saw a shield go flying too, that's pretty cool. Alright, so my men are definitely in the thick of this, and that's going to be the end of all those Garamantian troops there, I fear. In fact, I don't fear, I rejoice. So, there we go. No more Garamantians in the gate area, which means that the gate is being captured by my men. Let's take my bigger units, charge out here, and stop them from being able to get back within this area. Take these guys out again.
We have captured the gates.
Good. That means that my cavalry can come in. Okay, got the gatehouse. I'm gonna bring my cav in and start running down random enemy units. Okay. This is one of the enemy generals here. It's a large shield warrior unit. Looks like they are running away from me. Be happy to give chase if that's what they'd prefer. I don't care if they die running or die standing, whatever, just so long as they die. I'm going to hit these Levy spearmen too, shatter them. That's going to be the end of the Garamantian resistance. So there we go. The Garamantian capital falls. A little bit of well-deserved justice, long overdue. About had enough of these guys. And it falls to Hamilcar Barca too. Very befitting. Almost kind of like he's subduing the Africans, which he didn't really subdue the Africans, but he had to go out and fight the mercenary wars. Interesting story, actually, if you want to read up on that. Hamilcar fighting in the mercenary wars. He's really a very talented commander who doesn't get a whole lot of credit because he lost to the Romans. But if it wouldn't have been for him, Carthage would have lost to the Romans a long time before they did. Yeah, I can't... I'm going to tear down some of these buildings. I don't even need a barracks in this province, to be honest. Just tear down this crap, and then let's take the Garamantians' other settlement, and this will start starving their troops. They've got no chance here, so we can just auto-resolve. And we'll just be aggressive there. Stab him a few more times. Thank you. Alright, so the Garamantians are without a home, going to occupy their settlement. So now I control this entire province as well. And I can issue an edict here, and I'm going to start off with the bread and games again to get better public order. And I won't keep it there. Eventually I'll switch over to taxes. Now this Garamantian army, which is small indeed, is starving to death, which is perfect. That's exactly the way I like to see my Garamantians, running and starving to death. So they're not going to last much longer. So it looks like we put an end to that nuisance. And if Carthago Nova can just help put an end to the Gaiatuli, who seem to be suffering at least, that would be really, really nice to finish that. I think I have a building that I need to build in Careless because I tore down that slum. So I do need a muster field in this province because I have no way to muster troops. And then in Kartuba we could build another building. And I'm honestly thinking about just building more economy because I don't really have a need for any barracks over here at the moment. These guys are all relatively friendly to me. So yeah, look at my income too, way up. So now we're going to be able to start laying the smack down on Rome and Syracuse. So let's just end one turn. Need to assign a skill to Himilco, and then that's probably all I'm going to do for this particular video. Made some important progress here in destroying the Garamantians. And not a moment too soon. About had enough of those goons. Have fun starving. I can't say that I care. I could send them some aid, though, you know, some humanitarian aid, meaning I could go humanitarianly kill them before they starve to death, but I don't know, that's kind of a difficult decision. Seeing them suffering totally seems worth it. So it says that we're getting closer. It says mission successful. We took over, completely control 3 provinces, and we got a 5,000 denarii reward, so sweet. We now have a new one, Civis Pacem Parabellum, or however you say that. Control 18 port settlements, and we get 8,000 from the treasury. So, man, that would be pretty handy. So anyway, HeirofCarthage going to call it good for now, and I will be back soon on the next video. We will finish off the Nasamones, who are our last remaining enemy in North Africa. I will then try and make some type of peace agreement with Egypt. And basically now I'm going to start getting these provinces under control and refocus my efforts on Syracuse. I'm going to take Syracuse. I just want to hold the Romans back at the moment. And then I'd like to increase some holdings in Spain too against some of the more hostile tribes over there. And possibly make some friends out of the ones who seem to be less aggressive towards me. So like the Celtici here, like to make friends with them. I don't really see the rest of them over there pretty much seem to hate me. So we'll take out the Edatani. I'm trying to remember. I thought there was another tribe over here that had a little treaty with me. No, they don't. We can go into my... Yeah, let's hit the diplomacy button here again though. Yeah, so you can kind of see how people feel towards you. The Lusitania here is not really, or this province is okay with me, but you can see these guys less so. So in any case, we're finally starting to spread some nice Carthaginian influence. Anyway, HeirofCarthage signing off for now. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will be back soon with more campaign action.